All right, I believe this is going to be entry 9 in my video journal. It is the 10th of September, 2023. Um, yeah, it's been almost a week, I guess, since my last upload. And that is because I have decided to get back on medication for my anxiety. And that first week, the side effects have been pretty rough. I'm taking Zoloft. So working up to a normal dose of Zoloft, it's always going to come with side effects. It's the side effects have mostly like stomach problems. Like since I started taking it again about a week ago, or I guess last Tuesday is when I started. Um, it's like every time I lie down, it's like I'll lay down to take a nap or whatever because Zoloft makes you super tired. I lay down to take a nap and I'll get up and my stomach will just feel like it's just on fire, like it's just like super acidic or something. And that is like one of the main side effects of it. So if I remember right from the first time I was on it, I was on Zoloft about a year ago. I took it for maybe 3 months and I went off of it. I remember that being a pretty major side effect. It's just the stomach issues for the first week or two. Um, Other than that, I haven't noticed too many bad side effects other than like I've been having crazy dreams, but that's just SSRI is just going to give you crazy dreams. Um, yeah, what else? I don't think there's really been a whole lot of other side effects. Um, I I'm not really. I wouldn't say after a week, or it hasn't even been quite a week. Today is going to be only the today will be the sixth day that I'll be taking my Zoloft. So the first time it didn't really start taking actual effect like on my anxiety and stuff for about 2 weeks, a week and a half, 2 weeks, something like that. And so yeah, I'm not feeling any anxiety relief from it yet. But yeah, I do remember it was quite effective the first time I was on it. When I was yeah, when I was only taking 50 milligrams a day, uh, that's when it was working for me. And then they bumped my dosage up to 100 milligrams a day. And yeah, then I just felt like a zombie and I had no energy to do anything. And that's when I went off. And in hindsight, I probably shouldn't have gone off. I should have gone back down to 50. But my doctor kept telling me, oh, and actually, yeah, when I went in and said, well, now that you bumped me up to 100, it's making me feel like crap. The doctor's suggestion was that I should go up to 200. And that's the point where I said no, like I'm just like I'm gonna go off this stuff, and I did. And after I went off, I continued to feel fine uh, until until I started smoking weed again, which was like for many months I felt totally fine. And I started smoking weed again, and then my anxiety came back. So I don't know. This time I might try staying on it a little bit longer. And just see what happens. But yeah, just wanted to give an update, kind of where I'm at. Not really much else has happened in this last week. I took all of last week off work because on Tuesday I went into work because we had Monday off. It was a holiday. Last Tuesday I went into work and like I was like on the verge of a breakdown. Like I was in bad shape, just because of the spiral. That if you see my other videos, you heard me talk about. Like I was in bad shape. I don't think it was necessarily coming across in my videos how bad it was, but it was not good. And yeah, I was on the verge of a breakdown at work on Tuesday. Went and talked to the HR person at work, and they said I could have as much time off as I needed to get my head right, as long as I call in every morning and keep them updated, which I have been doing. So yeah, the only concern I'd have with that is it happened to one of my other coworkers. She was struggling with like very severe depression, and she was going through a really rough patch, and she ended up missing quite a lot of work, like maybe a couple of weeks of work. She'd come in like every couple of days. She'd come in for like half a day, and yeah, she was calling in every morning, which you're supposed to do. And then 2 mornings in a row, she hadn't called in, and they fired her immediately. So I've been very careful to comply with everything they say. I even I've been gathering in case they do try to do something like that to me, or say that they didn't get the messages that I was leaving in the morning, because at this current place I work, you don't actually talk to somebody when you call, and you just leave a message. So in case they try to pull something like that, I have taken all the evidence of all my phone calls and everything. I recorded them all. It's all on a USB. Actually, I have several copies of that. So that's kind of like my job security if they try to fire me, because I don't know how it works in the States, but in Canada, that is a human rights violation. You'll go to federal prison for wrongfully terminating someone because they have mental health problems. So yeah, I think that should be all I need to. If they do try to pull something like that, this should be all I need to keep my job. So yeah, that's pretty much all that's going on in the last week or so. Um, yeah, I don't really have a whole lot else to. Why is my camera out of focus? There we go. That was weird. Yeah, I didn't really have a whole lot else to talk about. Really, nothing has happened in this last week other than that. Just been sitting at home. I went and helped my dad cut a bunch of firewood yesterday. And that's really about it. Yeah, I don't think I've done anything. Nor do I think I really have much else to talk about in this recording. I only had two things in my notes, and that was I was going to talk about getting back on my meds and about side effects, which I did. The one thing that's annoying that hasn't stopped is I mentioned in some of my previous journal entries that my hands and my feet have just been sweating for like a month straight ever since I started spiraling. Um, and that still is happening. The medication hasn't stopped that yet. Like my hands right now are just like wet for no reason. My feet too. Like, it's really annoying. Why does my camera keep going out of focus? Is it when I move closer to it like this? Huh. It's pretty weird. Yeah, something's messed up with the autofocus there. I've been meaning also to this is unrelated now. I've been meaning to look up settings for this camera, because like the quality's not terrible, but it it should be better. I don't know why. Like I have lights set up here. I have proper lighting and everything going on right here. I don't know why the quality is so low. Because even like right now on my OBS, it looks pretty good. It's just it's like when I upload it to my channel, it's like the quality gets lower. Maybe it's because my OBS screen is so small. It just makes the resolution look higher. I'm not sure. I have to figure all that out yet. And there could also just be some settings I don't have right. Yeah, I think that about covers it for this video. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else I was going to talk about. Oh, my one of my videos just went like it took off on my channel. When I first started making these journal entries, which is like 2 weeks ago maybe, it was at like 50,000 views, and now it just hit like 115,000. So that's pretty crazy. I'm not sure why it suddenly just took off. The video is almost a year old, and it just blew up out of nowhere. But it's kind of cool. That'll hopefully bring more people to my channel, and mostly it's the kind of video that's going to mostly bring young men into my channel, which is the demographic I'm targeting with these videos. So hopefully you got some people checking these out and maybe learning a thing or two from them, something that'll help them. Not really this video. This video is just about me and my situation. But if this is the first video like this of mine that you're watching, go check out some of my other ones because I talk about more important things than those. This one's just kind of an update on where I'm at right now. Um, and as overall mentally, I am feeling pretty good. I The medication is making my head a little bit spacey. That's going to take some getting used to. I remember that from the first time. The thinking becomes a little bit more difficult. And I'm also I started off at 25 milligrams, and yeah, this will be day 6 of 25 milligrams. And after, I forget. I have to look it up again. I forget if it's after 1 week or 2 weeks that you bump it up to 50 a day. Because I just went back on my medication on my own. I didn't talk to my doctor about it, which don't do that, by the way. I I've done a lot of research about this. I know how to do these things safely. I'm very experienced when it comes to drug use. So yeah, take this seriously. Don't do it like this unless you really know what you're doing. Um, but yeah, I will. I guess that'll be either in 2 days from now or a week and 2 days from now. I bump it up to 50, and then that's going to be about another week after that of rough times, probably bad side effects, and then hopefully everything levels out. If I remember it right from the first time, that's kind of how it was. Everything kind of leveled out after about a month. It took everything to get nice and normal, and that's when they bumped me up to 100. Right when I started feeling good, then they bumped me up to 100, and I felt like crap. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'll try the Zoloft now for a few more months, and we'll see how I feel. Because you've heard me say in my other videos, if you watch my other ones, that I'm not really a very big fan of SSRIs, and actually not at all. I think if you can avoid SSRIs, it's a good idea. Because anything that can rewire your brain like that can't be good for you. Um, I mean, if you absolutely need it and you're just like living in absolute misery, just bite the bullet and get on SSRIs at least for a while. That SSRIs might just be the kickstart you need. Um, but yeah, yeah, they're making me super tired. I I've been having to every day that I've been taking these SSRIs. I've been having to take a nap in the middle of the day, like a 2 or 3 hour nap every day. And then at night I sleep like crap then because I napped so long during the day. At least it's a bit cooler now where I live. At the beginning of my spiral a few weeks ago, or like a month ago now, um, it was super hot. Like we were in the middle of a heat wave, and I don't have air conditioning in my house, so I wasn't sleeping. So that's definitely a big contributing factor to my spiral. But yeah, it's things are definitely on the up now. They were even before I started taking the medication. I just I just really didn't want it to accidentally slip back and get worse. Um, so yeah, I decided to go back on the beds. Oh man, sorry. Yeah, these things make you so tired. Like I'm recording this. It's 2 in the afternoon. I should be fully awake, but I'm super tired. I took a 2 hour nap this morning from like 10 to 12. But yeah, it's gonna be a rough next couple of weeks, but I've been through worse. It's once you've been through like a full blown like breakdown or like a really bad spiral, um, that's about as bad as it's gonna get. Because after that, you've experienced that, you've lived through it, you know what to expect. So it's never as bad the second, third, fourth time. So yeah, it's definitely not as bad as the first time I spiraled. and had to go on meds. The first time it happened, I was having panic attacks like probably 10 a day, and this time I haven't since I started the spiral like over a month ago. Hiccups again. I haven't had a single panic attack in like over like this whole time. There was a couple times where I felt it coming up, but I used the lessons that I learned the first time to stop it in its tracks because I learned ways the first time to prevent panic attacks like when they start. So yeah, that has helped a lot. But dang, I'm tired. Yeah, I think that's about where this recording is going to end. Don't really have much else to talk about. Yeah, I don't think that there was anything else I was really going to talk about. Nothing's really happened. I've just been sitting at home for a week, just trying to get my head right, eat as much as I can. I have a paper here. I started with all the dates in the all the dates in this column, and then my keeping track of if I'm taking my medication or not in this column. On this column, I'm tracking all my calories right there. Today I've had 950 so far. You can see yesterday 2250. Day before that 2300. Day before that I only got 1700. But yeah, I'm just keeping track of all my calories. Make sure I'm eating enough. Trying to kind of keep rough track of my sleep. Make sure I'm sleeping enough. Although that's usually pretty evident if you're not sleeping enough. Dang. Now I'm so tired. I'm hoping once I get on 50 milligrams of sertraline or Zoloft, whatever you want to call it, it's the same thing. I'm hoping that once I bump it up to 50, that this tiredness goes away because I'm pretty sure I remember that from the first time. And I'm also not drinking coffee anymore, so that definitely doesn't help. Although coffee doesn't really seem to be doing anything to me anymore anyway. I'm not sure why. Like I wasn't drinking a lot of coffee, so I don't have a very high tolerance. But last time I had a coffee, which was maybe Thursday or Friday morning, within like an hour or two of having that coffee, I went and took a nap. Like I was so tired. So I think the sertraline or the Zoloft just overpowers the caffeine, and it's such a powerful drug that the caffeine just doesn't stand a chance. And also, not drinking coffee is not a bad thing. Like, yeah, it might increase your productivity or whatever, but how productive do you really need to be? Do you need to be that productive that you're gonna pump yourself full of stimulants just to get a little bit more done at work? Like, nah. I don't think being reliant on coffee to function is necessarily healthy. Just like I used to be reliant on weed to function, and I quit that. When was that now? I think it's been almost 2 weeks now. Dang, since I quit weed. Yeah, but if you didn't watch my other videos, I was totally like dependent on weed for eating, sleeping. That's a big part of what triggered this spiral. Was quitting weed. Then I quit weed, and then my appetite went away. And then if I don't eat, then I don't sleep very well at all. And yeah, and it just turns into just a self-feeding loop. And it's really not good. But yeah, the sertraline is definitely going to help me pull myself out of that spiral. But yeah, I think that's about where I'm going to end this video for now. If anything else, if I think of anything else, maybe I'll make another second part to this update. But we'll see.